South Africans love motorsport, from spinning to motorcycle racing. But it is Formula One and anything associated with F1 that draws spectators in their droves. It's one of the main reasons the South African Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie, is determined to bring the sport and its stars to the iconic racetrack of Kyalami in Johannesburg.
F1 is missing a continent. This is the continent. It's going to happen. We're looking at a 2026 maybe, but definitely 2027 calendar. If it doesn't happen, it's not F1's fault, it's our fault. We are the ones that must tick all the boxes.
In 2023, F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali visited Kyalami to explore the possibility of bringing the adored motorsport back to South Africa. But a lack of funding proved to be more than a speed bump in getting the deal over the finish line.
Our Minister, Gayton McKenzie, a very, very outspoken, lovely guy, has been and met with Formula One. He's met with the FIA as well. However, that's only one part of the puzzle. And out of that puzzle, there are many, many elements. The amount of races there are on the calendar, for example. Is there a spot for South Africa? Is Kyalami ready for a Grand Prix, or what has to be done for Kyalami? There's talk of a circuit being built out in the winelands in Cape Town.
The sport's popularity cannot be underestimated, but the famous track requires upgrades and a brand new paddock that matches the FIA standard and will cost over $5 million to build.
There are millions of people around the world who are desperate to see South Africa and Africa, yes, on the calendar, but specifically South Africa because of its motorsport heritage and culture. And I think Kyalami as well. Kyalami is still very revered. It is still very, very well known, even with the new caliber of racing drivers who weren't even born when we had our last Grand Prix.
The thought of motorsport's premier event returning to South Africa has pulses racing. And although there's a long way to go and a massive amount of money required to fund a Grand Prix, the knock-on effect for South Africa's economy will be a welcome boost. And if the minister's comment is anything to go by, the Rainbow Nation is in pole position to bring the likes of Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton to Africa for an F1 event to the track behind me for the first time since 1993. Sis du Plessis, CGTN, Johannesburg.